Secrets you never knew about the Titanic and the people aboard it. 108 years ago, one of the most famous, and deadliest, disasters took place. On April 15, 1912, at 2:20 a.m., what was deemed one of the most luxurious and safe ships ever built, hit an iceberg and sank off the coast of Newfoundland, taking more than 1,500 lives. The ship, the world's largest passenger ship at the time, was on its maiden voyage, headed from Southampton, England, to New York City. It would take 73 years for the ship's wreckage to be found. Dr. Robert Ballard and scientist Jean-Louis Michel located the remains of the Titanic on September 1, 1985. Actress Dorothy Gibson, who was aboard the Titanic and survived, starred in a film called Saved from the Titanic, which was released just 1 month after the ship sank. American silent film actress Dorothy Gibson was one of the approximately 700 survivors of the collision. Upon arriving in New York City unscathed, she immediately began filming Saved from the Titanic, the first film to depict the events of the sinking. It was released in May 1912, a month after the crash. She is famous for wearing the same clothes and shoes in the movie as she had worn during the actual sinking. While the film was successful, it exists only in memories now. The only known print of the film was destroyed in a fire. One of the ship's musicians wasn't officially declared dead until 2000. Roger Bracu was the Titanic's cello player and just 21 years old when he perished during the ship's sinking. But Bracu wasn't officially declared dead until 2000, though all of the musicians died on April 15, 1912. The French army even called him a deserter when he failed to show up to serve in World War I. The Association Française du Titanic, French Association of the Titanic, worked to clear his name and officially put Bracu to rest, but didn't succeed until 88 years after the Titanic sank. The ship's lookouts had to rely on their eyesight alone. The ship's binoculars were locked inside a cabinet that no one could find the key to. The ship's lookouts, Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee, didn't have access to binoculars during the journey, and therefore couldn't see very far. The ship's second officer was replaced at the last minute, and forgot to hand off the key to the locker that housed the ship's binoculars. The key resurfaced at auction in 2010, where it was sold for over $130,000. The Titanic was plagued by tragedy from the start. 8 people alone died during the ship's construction. 8 men died during the construction of the ship, but only 5 of the names are known: Samuel Scott, John Kelly, William Clark, James Dobbin, and Robert Murphy. A plaque memorializing the 8 men in Belfast was unveiled in 2012. The richest man aboard was John Jacob Astor IV, who was widely believed to have been the richest man in the world at the time of his death. Astor was not just the richest man on the Titanic, but widely believed to be the richest man in the world at the time of his death. He was worth an estimated $150 million, or $3.5 billion in today's dollars. Astor was on the ship returning home from a months-long honeymoon with his new wife, Madeline Talmadge Force, who, at 18 years of age, was 28 years younger than him. The extended honeymoon was actually a way to escape society's gossip. Astor had just been divorced within 2 years of his new marriage, which was relatively unheard of back then. Astor's body was one of the few that was recovered in the Atlantic Ocean after the ship went down. Among other possessions, he was found with $2,440 in his pocket, roughly $60,000 today. A woman who survived the Titanic's sinking later survived the sinking of another ship, the Britannic. Depending on how you look at it, stewardess and nurse Violet Jessop is the luckiest, or unluckiest, woman alive. She survived the sinking of both the Titanic and the Britannic. Jessop was just 25 when she survived the sinking of the Titanic. She was instructed to get into a lifeboat while the ship was going down to show women that the boats were safe. Undeterred by this maritime tragedy, Jessop began working on the Britannica, dubbed the Titanic II by the media, until it came across a mine that had been planted by a German U-boat in 1916. That ship also sank, and Jessop escaped again, but this time with a serious head injury that would affect her whole life. The Navratil brothers were known as the Titanic orphans. They were the only two children from the ship to be rescued without a parent or guardian. The Navratil brothers Edmund and Michel were just 2 and 4 years old, respectively, when the Titanic sank. They were with their father, Michel Sr., who had kidnapped them. Separated from their mother, he decided to take them to America in the hopes that his estranged wife would follow, and that they could start a new life in the New World. Their father put them on a lifeboat, and was never seen again. The two spoke no English, so they were taken in by a French-speaking survivor, Margaret Hayes, until the authorities could locate their mother. She found them a month after the disaster, thanks to their faces being plastered all over newspapers the world over. The movie ended up costing more to produce than it cost to build the Titanic, which was the largest and most luxurious ship at the time, even when adjusted for inflation. The Titanic was estimated to have cost around $7.5 million in 1912, which, according to the U.S. Department of Labor's inflation calculator, would be around $190 million. The 1997 blockbuster's budget was $200 million. One of the ship's cooks, Charles Joffin, was able to survive much longer in the cold water than others because of the copious amounts of whiskey he had drank. Joffin is briefly but memorably portrayed in Titanic as chugging a flask of alcohol before entering the water. This is based on reality. According to reports, Joffin grabbed 2 bottles of whiskey as the ship went down. Joffin reported that he survived in the frigid northern Atlantic for at least 2 hours. Most people died from hypothermia within 15 minutes. One of the bodies recovered was called the unknown child, and wasn't identified until almost 100 years later. A child's body was recovered from the water 5 days after the Titanic went down. Rescuers were so moved by the little boy that they buried him in a grave in Nova Scotia, memorializing the 1,000 or so children that passed away. The body was misidentified 3 times before he was finally identified as Sidney Goodwin when his shoes were donated to a museum and DNA tested. Godwin's tomb, marked with a headstone that says, "Unknown Child," has remained untouched. His family stated, "The tombstone of the unknown child represents all of the children who perished on the Titanic, and we left it that way." While it's impossible to know for sure, a ship spotted an iceberg with a streak of red paint going along its side soon after the crash. This is believed to be the iceberg that sank the ship. Photo was taken on April 15, 1912, the morning after the Titanic crashed, from a ship called the SS Prince Adalbert. The photographer hadn't even heard about the Titanic sinking yet. He just noticed that it appeared to show signs of collision, including a streak of red paint.